Clint Frazier is so happy he is no longer a Yankee, and he is tweeting about it on social media. We're going to dive into this social media situation on Twitter with Clint Frazier, with some of his posts and some of his responses to fans, I guess. Yankee fans, certainly. Not so much Clint Frazier fans. So make sure to hit that like, subscribe, stay close to the channel. If you're a baseball fan, it's a great place for you to be. Ballcap Nation is a place for you. If baseball is one of your things, I think you want to subscribe and stay close to the channel. Make sure to hit the alerts, too, for new uploads. Let's talk about this Clint Frazier thing. Again, Yankee fans, this isn't going to make you happy. So hit that like if you're happy that Clint Frazier is gone. Let's dive into this. So the very first tweet starts out innocently enough. First off, these uniforms are so sick. I'm so excited to join the Cubs. One of the biggest reasons I chose to come here was the fan base and how electric you guys can be towards your players. It'll just be as electric for you guys to having my razor, leaving my razor at home. Clint Frazier happy that he can grow his hair back out and grow a beard and all that. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Okay, we can get that. I can get behind that. It's annoying to have to shave every day. All right, but really, there's not a whole lot here. Obviously, the Yankee fan base can be quite electric as well, and the players on the field, the product on the field can be quite electric. So, Clint Frazier, you could read into maybe a subtle dig, but nothing too crazy. We got to follow the thread is what we got to do moving forward. So he continues, I'll be continuing to wear 77 as well. I requested number 7, but unfortunately it was taken, making that as the first time I have ever asked about a number or asked for that number. Also continuing, me being happy I'm on the Cubs has nothing to do with Yankee fans. It has to do with the fact that I'm happy to be able to play somewhere I'll get a better chance at playing. That's key, right? There's no room for him with the Yankee outfield. There just was no room for him to prove himself. So Clint Frazier moving on, that's where it is. Maybe that's all it is, but that's not all it is. This is where it gets kind of funny, is the next tweet is this guy, Gavin. I'm so glad this dude isn't a Yankee anymore. Really? And this is in response to the comment on the jersey number 77, requested number 7, and it was taken and all that. And Gavin decides to lob a grenade in here and says he's happy he's not a Yankee anymore. Clint Frazier responds, so am I, with 4 head tilted, crying, laughing emojis. That is what grabbed my attention. So am I. I'm glad that I'm not a Yankee anymore. Listen, the Yankees, for all that we love to maybe bash on the Yankees, it's easy to hate the Yankees, right? The evil empire. There's all these monikers. There's all these things out there about the Yankees and that whole situation. But at the end of the day, they're one of the most historical franchises. If you want to make a list of the top 25 baseball players of all time, there's a lot of Yankees on that list. So if you can go make it with the Yankees and become a great Yankee, you're in pretty good company. So listen, we're not going to turn this into a exclusive Yankee bashing situation. Clint Frazier, really the best thing he sort of left it with was that the second tweet in the thread where he's talking about it's not about the Yankee fans, it's about finally having an opportunity to play, and that's what he's looking for. Just taking it to that next level, responding to Gavin saying, so am I, with 4, again, held tilt, laughing, crying emojis is what kind of, it sort of surprised me. I don't think you need to engage with Gavin. Do not engage should have been blinking in his mind. Stay away from that, because that will then fire up the Yankee fan base, and it did. Comments after that, certainly not too many people happy with Clint Frazier, saying that he's so happy that he's not a Yankee anymore. Obviously, maybe in his mind, he would like to be a Yankee. He would like for it to work out there. It just didn't. Let's take a look at his stats. You can see he just didn't get an opportunity to play. When he did, really wasn't that bad. Okay, 2021 was garbage. I understand that. 186 over 218 plate appearances. But in 2020, played 39 games out of the 60, hit 8 home runs, posted a 905 OPS. 2019, in limited time, 69 games, 12 home runs, and 806 OPS. So I think you can kind of start to see where Clint Frazier's ceiling is. What can he give you? I think he can give you a guy with an OPS in the 800s. I think that's very realistic. Give him time to get out of slumps. Give him time to get hot. He just was not going to have that with the Yankees, with their current situation, with Judge, with Stanton, with Gallo now, with Gardner's not there anymore, understand that, with Hicks, with how many outfielders the Yankees have. There was just no room for Clint Frazier. Now he gets to go to the Cubs. He gets to have an opportunity to become something pretty good. Just a quick look back at Mr. Frazier, drafted by the Indians in the first round of the 2013 draft, the 5th overall pick. So it's time to get going. It's almost been 10 years since he was drafted. It's time for him to get going, have a shot. And then in 2016, part of the trade for Andrew Miller, Firesign, Heller, Sheffield, and Clint Frazier to the Yankees for Andrew Miller to Cleveland. So a part of that big trade, that was the big piece that brought him, and he was one of the focal pieces in that trade, really, him and Sheffield, and it just, again, it did not work out. But he certainly, in terms of his regard as a prospect, was always up there, was always high. There you can see pretty much unanimous across Baseball America, Major League Baseball, Baseball Prospectus, a top 100 prospect, peaking at 39 with Baseball America, 24 with MLB, 16 with Baseball Prospectus. So a highly regarded prospect when he came over to New York, and even in the beginning of his New York career, was still one of the highly regarded prospects. And again, just didn't happen. So now he gets an opportunity. He can go to the Chicago Cubs. He can go turn his career around, get something done. Happy to not be a Yankee. What does he mean by that? Again, probably more about, I finally get a chance to play. That is what he said. And maybe just giving some troll activity back to the person trolling him on social media about him happy to not be a Yankee. Again, Clint Frazier, just next time, just don't send. Sign up for that Twitter premium service where you can unsend a tweet or something. Just don't send, because that can create a firestorm. That can get people like me talking about it. That can get other Yankee fans talking about it. That can turn you very quickly into a villain there against the Yankees. So we'll see how he does with the Cubs. Comment below. Let me know, what kind of season do you think Clint Frazier will have with the Chicago Cubs? Again, taking a look at his numbers, I think he can be a 20-homer, 800 OPS kind of guy, which would be a big move for him. It's a one-year deal for the Cubs, so he's got to go out there and show that he's got some games so that he can turn it into a long-term contract and actually get his career on track. Fascinating stuff. Social media, Twitter, Instagram, this stuff. It's fascinating. So comment below. Let me know what you think. Should Clint Frazier just be quiet, leave it alone? Do you not care? Is this whole Clint Frazier thing just a big whatever? But comment below. Let me know what you think. Wanted to talk about it and get my thoughts out there. Ultimately, I think it's great comedy. At the end of the day, it's funny to me. So I appreciate you guys clicking into the channel, clicking into the video, spending some time here with the channel. I will add some links to some of my other off-season content that I have put together here now for you to check out. I appreciate you spending some time with the channel, and thank you for watching my video.